Okay. So yeah, so I wrote this article for, I believe it was for Cambridge University, on the 9 rules for leadership. And um, I would say I would go back. The ninth rule is actually the first point that I mentioned in our conversation, that leadership has to be adaptive and versatile. Because if organizations say we live in a VUCA environment, we live in a highly volatile world, then leaders have to personally role model adaptation. If every individual in the organization says, "Oh, sure, I imagine collectively we could adapt," but we would have to convince too many leaders to do something differently, and we know that's not going to happen, then the organization's collective capacity for adaptation and innovation is nil.
And this is why I encourage cold showers and cold immersion.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yes. I guess my leadership rule number 4 is also related to something we talked about. Leadership has to be based on inclusion and collaboration. I'm sure we all have interacted with too many leaders where their leadership is all about them. Great leaders are more curious about you. So what do you bring to the table? How do you enrich our team? Why am I wrong? What perspective could you share that I don't have? So, and I find that particularly in talking about creativity and innovation, I think, that's absolutely, 100% critical. And then I think number 1 rule is leadership is inspirational. And some of that is related to purpose. I don't think you can talk about inspiration without talking about purpose, individually or collectively. It inevitably becomes part of the conversation. But leaders have to be very comfortable with having that. They have to have their organization's purpose at the tip of their tongue and help to make the specific, tangible connection between, okay, so if we do this new thing, this is how our purpose is greater achieved. And then in individual conversations with their team, oh, and by the way, if we do this new thing, this is how it's even helping you in achieving your purpose. So as you said, there are 9 rules, but those are 3 of them.
Just one point in terms of the inclusion and collaboration, and it's something that I did, and I know it's something you speak about. What's your view on the importance of reverse mentoring?